Let's see the rise and fall of Hooters Air.
Hooters Air puts the fun back into flying.
Wait a minute.
Hooters girls on every flight.
All right.
All leather seats with extra legroom. Call
Yeah.
1-888-FLY-HOOT.
You might not have known about Hooters Air because
Another
it
one.
didn't
Thank you,
last
Venom.
long.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Venom.
There you go.
It started in 2003, and initially the airline was successful, but it shut down just 3 years later.
We're at the
Tier 1
Gary Chicago
stacker.
International Airport, where Hooters Air is about to make their maiden flight to Myrtle Beach.
Based in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, it offered low-price direct flights to more than 15 destinations in the U.S.
Good deal.
Airfares were a flat rate of $129 each way. So why did Hooters think it was a good idea to start an airline? And why did it fail?
If you like what you see here on the outside, you're gonna love what you'll see on the inside.
Hooters was founded by
Like a
six
GoDaddy
businessmen
ad.
in Clearwater, Florida in 1983.
You're convicted of having
A
too
year
much
later,
titty.
An Atlanta-based
And he
group
swings
led
the
by
gavel.
Bob Brooks
Remember
saw
that
the company's
commercial?
potential and bought it outright.
It was the first restaurant chain, so basically they pioneered the idea that they're going to have all their waiters wear
Maybe
short
tier
shorts
1
and
Twan.
really tight tank tops.
Do you know why our beer is so cold here at Hooters? Because we keep it in the refrigerator.
From kind of the 80s until the early 2000s, it was a
cool ad.
very successful kind of growing business.
By 2003, Hooters was flush with cash, and Bob Brooks wanted to expand the brand. So he bought a small North Carolina-based charter airline called Pace Airlines.
Here's the prime
He
Nick.
repainted the airplanes with the company logo, and Hooters Air took off.
What would you tell people out there watching the show about flying Hooters Air?
You should definitely do it. It's an experience like no other.
By yourself.
I mean, it's still just
It's
flying.
going to be the most exciting time of your life.
I don't think so.
Probably
It's still just flying.
Say I actually went to pilot heaven.
This is the voice of a former Hooters Air pilot. He asked to remain anonymous.
There was a lot of intrigue about this airline, not because of necessarily what was going on the inside, but more so what people perceived from the outside.
It's going to be a nice change from the restaurant. Instead of serving food and all that.
I'm sure it's
stuff,
interesting,
you know,
Lamb, but I don't know if it'd be, like,
basically entertain
exciting.
us, Trivia questions and all that.
A common misconception about Hooters Air was that the flight attendants on the flights were Hooters girls. Not exactly. In addition to the 2 Hooters girls on every flight, there were 3 FAA certified flight attendants.
Oh.
Flight attendants are the ones who serve all the food and the drinks.
There's
per
a prime
usual.
JTM
I
and
had a
tier 1
professional
OJ.
uniform. I had like a navy blue dress, you know, it was very professional. It had the little owl embroidered emblem on it. We just did the safety procedures and stuff like that. And then we had 2 Hooter girls from different restaurants in the area, but they had no training whatsoever. They were just there just for passenger fun.
What is it all going to include?
I
You
don't
guys
see
are
the
gonna be up
point.
there,
Like, why not just
serving
have porn on the
customers?
flight then?
No
Like,
wings.
No wings.
you can just purchase
Yeah, we got
porn.
some soft pretzels and we got some like.
If they're not even
eggs
flight
and
attendants, what the
blanket
fuck
and,
is the
you know,
point?
Maybe some fruit, you know.
The 2 Hooters girls would get up during the flight and do like trivia or little games or like sing a song. I think they just
Why?
sat in their seat the whole time until it was their 5 minutes to get up. And that was it. And the rest of the time us flight attendants are working.
Were there ever any incidents that you witnessed of harassment or customers
Another
being
fat 10. Thank you,
inebriated?
Venom.
I never saw any kind of harassment.
Is it Prime
There
LTM?
was definitely flirtiness.
And tier 1
like,
OJ?
you're always going to come across some people that
Thank you for the
have
bits, boner.
drank too much, but nothing bad. It was fun. We did our job right. It was just very happy memories.
Fares from $99. Convenient morning departures and evening returns.
Hooters Air helped out smaller airports like the one in Gary, Indiana,
Thanks for some
25
buck.
miles southeast of Chicago.
That's good news. More airline service, more activity, more economic development, more jobs, more people spending money in
This is a
Northwest
happy
Indiana,
flyer.
Good news.
Southern Chicagoland. So it's very good news, yeah.
And it was a major economic boon to one city in particular, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle
In its
Beach
heyday,
sucks.
Hooters Air was bringing
Sucks.
between 3,000 and 5,000
There's
people
nothing
a week
there.
into the Myrtle Beach area. Hooters Air was more than just an airline. It was a huge philanthropic contribution to the Myrtle Beach area by Mr. Brooks, who had a vision. that
When's
the
the
Myrtle
next
Beach
Group
area
Iron Man
could
video?
grow and expand
I'm not sure. I've been
and
playing on
evolve as a
main. I'm
tourism
playing on main right
destination and a
now.
business
Just
community.
grinding fishing.
Hooters Air was big for Myrtle Beach, but it wasn't enough to keep it airborne.
It's really up to my
Hooters shut
friends,
it
but Group
down
Iron
in
Man's a lot of fun.
2006, citing a $40 million loss.
It was compounded by a couple of factors. They started the
Thanks,
airline
Resub
still
Sigma.
as the airline
Mario
industry was
and
recovering
bombs.
from the 9/11 attacks. People were still scared
Reset
of getting
top
on
lane.
airplanes. There was growing low-fare competition in the market as Southwest and other airlines had begun to expand. And jet fuel prices were trending
reset Lazy
upwards,
Boy.
so it just wasn't an economically viable business.
Put the room
Hooters
light window
chairman
in the
Bob
corner.
Brooks
That's on
passed
mobile.
away in 2006, the same year that Hooters Air shut down.
There are people at work and people enjoying the Myrtle Beach area that might never have had the
Gary,
opportunity to do so
Indiana.
if it weren't for Bob Brooks. So we remain very grateful for his investment in his airline and our community.
Despite the failure of Hooters Air, the Hooters brand continued to thrive.
They've
Is it that
opened hundreds of
popular anymore?
locations in the U.S. and outside of the U.S. They're more than a $250 million business, basically, at this point. And they kind of took over the U.S. and then the world.
Mainly no's in the chat.
Would be on an approach, and
Thanks for the gift sub
we'll
lunchbox.
hear the-
Not exactly a cool story. I thought there was gonna be like some kind of nefarious reason why Hooters Air failed, but it was more kind of lame. Even the idea of it's super fucking lame. If they weren't even real flight attendants, they just sat around and then stood up sometimes. Thanks to resub DJ. The food critic who went missing.